Hmm. Good evening, good evening. I think we're up and running. Let's have a look. Looks good. Give us a thumbs up under the old video if you're there. Type something in the chat. So I know it's working. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. Let's see if there's anybody there. Gary the Golfer. Evening. Seasons. Greetings, everyone. Hope Santa was good to you, he says. Evening, Rob. Excellent. A couple of people there. Yes, happy the bit between Christmas and New Year. Not sure what that's called, but good evening. Hope you had a good one. Evening, Peter, Stella. Hello. Excellent. Oh, well, there's one or two people there. That's good. Probably just a quickie tonight, really, just because I promised I would check in. And really, as much as anything, to remind you about big New Year's Eve live stream, as we've done the past few years. To send stuff in for that. So looking for pictures or video clips or whatever of stuff that, you know, to share with other collectors. So maybe things you bought in the past year, things you've been restoring. Before and after pictures are always great. Interesting places you visited. Things you're a bit stuck on maybe with restoration. If you're halfway through something and something missing or whatever, take a picture, send it to us. Somebody might be able to help. All that kind of thing. Pictures when you were kids at the fairgrounds is always funny, etc. If you've done it the past few years, you'll know the kind of thing we're looking for. So see what you've got, send it on over. ASAP really, because obviously tomorrow and New Year's Eve, it takes me a bit of time to sort the pictures out, because I have to resize them so they fit on the video feed. Video clips I have to essentially re-record in the right format to broadcast them back out again on YouTube at the right size, and so on and so on. So it takes me a few hours to process all that stuff. So if you leave it sort of to the last minute on New Year's Eve, they won't go up, unfortunately. So if you can tomorrow, that would be brilliant. I'm going to make a start on them tomorrow. Some of you already sent stuff in. Thank you very much. Haven't replied to everybody individually yet, but I will do as I go through and sort them all out. Evening, Peter C. Gary's off work tonight with a bad back. Oh dear. At least it gives you a good excuse to tune in, doesn't it? So that's good. Mr. Treefog, hello. Mr. Treefog, we're blowing things up. Well, yes. But you won't be blowing things up tomorrow, will you? So you can take a few snaps tomorrow and send them in. And then you can watch it on the second with your feet up, can't you? Evening, Ollie. Evening, Paul. Super. So, yeah, so that's where we're at with that. I've got World's Fair and Coin Slot here in a minute. Have a quick flick through. They're a bit thin. Auction wise, I've actually had a couple of days off the past few days. I haven't done anything more, but gearing up for the 26th, 25th, is it, and 26th? Saturday and Sunday. Where are we? Get the right dates. Yes. So on the Sunday, got books on the usual subjects we deal with. Slot machines, fairground, circus, all that sort of stuff. There's a 60 or so listed at the moment. 65 actually. Books and magazines. Again on the usual subject, filling the gaps in your collections of magazines. Again, there's some more to add yet. Slot machine spares. There's quite a lot of good all-win bits. Have a look through there, see what you need. There's loads more to add yet. All-win bits and bandit bits on the way. So for those two sections of auction, books, magazines and slot machine spares, entries are open until the 12th. So you've got a couple of weeks to get stuff in for that. If you're having a rummage in the garage, in the shed, bits you're never going to use or whatever, get them to me ASAP really. After New Year's, I'll be at the warehouses, you know, in and out most days sort of thing. So if you're travelling, let me know, we can put a meet up there. Or if you just want to post stuff, send it to the God Manchester address. If you haven't got it, contact me for it. And stick it in the post for that. And then on the Saturday, we'll be doing, I haven't started cataloguing them yet, but two sections on the Saturday. First one is stuff that's not been collected over the past few years. It needs to go. And secondly, a whole load of advertising mirrors. Mostly sort of pub, mostly beer and stuff. Coca-Cola, all that sort of thing. But there's, I don't know, 100, 200 of them, something like that, a lot. So there'll be the two sections for the Saturday. So it should be a good sale. What other dates have we got then on? Yeah, meet up in March up in Norfolk. More details of that soon. I'll have to go and have a cup of tea with Peter and sort that one out. But we're going to go to Miniature World in Wroxham this time, rather than the arcade in Great Yarmouth. But Peter did say he'd be there on the Saturday in Great Yarmouth if anybody wanted to pop in, just staying up for the weekend and have a chat. So yeah. Then 30th of March, the next slot machine sale. There's already some good stuff in for that. I will try and get some snaps for New Year's Eve live stream. First look at bits, because some really nice bits come in for that already. So it's looking like a good sale. So this time round, this for 2025, what I'm going to try and do on the slot machine sales is keep them to just machines, and then books about machines and spare parts as well. I'll put them all into one sale this time. Try that this year. It's a bit of a different format. Then in between times, I'll put 2 or 3 sort of collectors auctions in of the other stuff we usually sell, like advertising signs, fairground art stuff, circusy stuff, magicy bits and bobs, mechanical music, automata, old radios, all that sort of stuff. So if you've got any of that, there will be opportunities to sell that next year. Haven't set any dates yet. The reason I haven't set any dates for February is I'm talking to a couple of collectors at the moment regarding selling some quite good collections. I think you'll like what's coming when it comes, put it like that. They should both come off, hopefully. I won't tell you exactly what they are until they do, but yeah, nice collections. So working on that at the minute. Months into the new year, hopefully we'll get those firmed up. So I may well drop one of those into February. Yeah, there we are. So that's where we're at on that at the moment. Let's put a pretty page up again to look at. Our books, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Oh, Gary says, is the Gold Award working? Paul says no, he still hasn't got around to it. Don't know what that's about, but it sounds interesting. Mr. Treefrog says, shame the McDonald's sale is not with you as well as at least it could have been viewed. Yeah, it's a bit odd the way that they choose to do things, but there we go. That's up to them, isn't it? That collection, a good proportion of those machines I worked on 30 years ago. A lot of it came from Dave McLeod's shop in Brighton, when he had his shop in Brighton. Yeah. So I recognise most of those machines. There's nice stuff there, but very strange way of selling things, but there we are. What can you say? That's up to the vendor, isn't it? But yeah, to sell expensive things where you can't view them, and where the auctioneers charge you silly rates to sell them, and the buyers silly rates to buy them, so you end up with bugger all. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. There you go. Each to their own. Ollie says, have you still got the footage from the last 2 meetups at Paul? Because I don't think we've seen the videos. Yes, probably. I think it just wasn't very good, really. The trouble is I get distracted chatting to people and end up not taking much video. Must try harder. I probably have. See if I can dig it out for New Year's Eve. I should make a note. Let me find something to write notes on. What's that say? Take keys. Yeah, done that. Push that one over. PM meet. I think what it was when I look back, it wasn't really good enough to make a little standalone video out of, if you see what I mean. But the clips will do for New Year's, I'm sure. I also want pics of auction stuff. Stuff from March. Yeah, I'd say these other couple of collections. Yeah, looks like it's going to be the year for collections, doesn't it? Coming up, because the two I'm negotiating with are, it's good stuff. I can tell you that, very good stuff. We'll have to see. Then there's all my junk, of course. But that's maybe not quite so good, but there we are. It's all got to go. I'm sure some of you can do something with it. Super. Let me have a mouthful of tea. Shall we quickly look at the papers? Chat away by all means. If there's anything you need to know, whatever, fire away. We're only thin this week. This is actually December the 31st, 1983. World's Fair. Where are we? World's Fair. Camera's that way. And coin slot. Let's see. Disco Bounce going public. Public limited company. Yeah, whatever. Right, is there anything exciting? Camera crew visit Wicksteed Park. Wicksteed Park near Kettering has some special visitors on the morning of December the 13th. Oh, my birthday. When in freezing weather, Esther Ranson and Bill Buckley of the That's Life programme arrived to film scenes to go with titles in the new series. Oh. We went on the water shoot. Excellent. Centenary celebration for Noiseless Gallopers. Noiseless Gallopers celebrate their centenary in 1984. Marvellous. What else was happening? Covent Garden event. Fairgrounds films, funerals. Funerals, a bit depressing. For sale. Let's see. For sale with prices. Dodgems, no price. Aeroplanes, no price. Paint, £4.50 a gallon. That's all right, isn't it? Dive bomber, jets, bolts. A 40-foot Noah's Ark Speedway, fully tested, complete with transport. Can be seen open and working in Fraserburgh, Aberdeenshire. £5,000. That sounds quite cheap, doesn't it? Even then. For a 40-foot Speedway. A pedalo hire business in Margate, Main Beach. Comprised of 19 Pelican pedalo boats and all accessory equipment. £9,000. Okay, well that's all there is for sale. A new record for Fire Eater Gene. A speeded up recording of a piece of music was used by Gene Leggett, the attractive, you couldn't say that these days, could you? The attractive blonde fire eater from Stoke Poges, I think it is, near Beaconsfield, Buckinghamshire, to help her in a successful attempt on her own world record in Italy shortly before Christmas. Gene's previous record of eating 168 flames in 2 minutes. Bloody hell. 168 flames in 2 minutes. That's more than one a second, isn't it? Was set up in September 1982, but this is only one of the records which have kept her name, brackets, it used to be Chapman, but she married earlier this year, close brackets, in the Guinness Book of Records since 1977. I wonder what the current record is, if she still holds it. Jean set up a record for eating 74 flames in 1 minute in Holland in 1981, and in February 82 she broke her own record of 4,593 torches in 2 hours. Wow. Set up in 1980 by a handsome margin, swallowing 6,607 flames in the same time. And incidentally, raising £400 for the Royal National Life Institution. Wow. Gene's latest record bid took place live before 30 million TV viewers in Italy, which he successfully consumed 174 flames in 2 minutes, etc., etc. Well, that's quite some feat, isn't it? I've never tried fire eating, but yeah. I'm not surprised that those records still stand. Anything else exciting? Really? Disco bounce again. Okay, let's have a look at coin slot. Coin slot. The world's largest kiddie ride firm plans. Negotiations are currently in progress between kiddie ride manufacturers RJ Newborough in the UK and Electromobile Technik in West Germany, which could result in the formation of the biggest kiddie ride company in the world. Did that happen? Don't know. No exemption for video jukeboxes. The government on Tuesday last week rejected a call for pubs with video jukeboxes to be exempted from having to hold a license as a cinema under the Cinematograph Amendment Act. Cinematograph, is it? Whatever. Home Office Under Secretary Mr David Mellor told Conservative MP Mr Greg Knight, Derby North, in a written reply that the effect of the licensing requirement was less onerous than in respect of cinemas. He said the exemption for licensed premises could seriously weaken the effect of the Act, etc. They got to pay £50. Okay. Big display adverts. Hot air balloon, right. All tables. Must be something exciting here somewhere. Australian state rejects the introduction of payout machines. Oh dear. Victoria in Australia. The Australian state of Victoria will not have payout machines, it was announced by the state Prime Minister Mr Kane on December the 1st. The payout machines, known in Australia as poker machines, would have given the state government a soft option to gain extra revenue more painlessly than other forms of taxation, said Mr Kane. But he added that the decision not to introduce the machines would prevent a rise in crime. Old rubbish. Spy Hunter from Ballymidway, the new high-speed chase game. Okay. Paul said he sent me a picture of a Brenco matcha fruit on WhatsApp from holiday on the buses for New Year's Eve. Oh, great. Thank you very much. A matcha fruit. We shall look forward to seeing that. Computer fortune teller novelty machine. Break in new earning location ground now with a space-saving countertop unit or a fully upright configuration. Data reach machine called Destiny. Never seen one of those. What does it do? It doesn't really say. Player's choice of 4 topics: love and romance, health and beauty, money, luck, or today's fortune. I think it's probably just like a flashy light thing. We'll look at it. Top 10 music, top 10 jukebox hits. So, from New Year's Eve 1983 was, at 10, Cliff Richard with Please Don't Fall in Love. At 9, Tina Turner, Let's Stay Together. Number 8, Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers with Islands in the Stream. At 7, Billy Joel with Tell Her About It. At 6, Thompson Twins with Hold Me Now. 5, Status Quo with Margarita Time. Number 4 was Paul Young with Love of the Common People. Culture Club 3 with Victims. At 2, Slade with My Oh My. And at number 1, same as last week, Flying Pickets with Only You. There you go. The Jukebox Top 10 from 41 years ago. Peter C sent me some pics in WhatsApp. Lovely, thank you very much. Yeah, I got those. I think they come through. I haven't looked at them yet. Right, for sale in the comics. Let's see. Anything exciting? As per usual. Trying to find anything interesting that's got a price on it is difficult, but you never know. There might be something. I usually find something. It's not a lot, obviously, because of the time of the year of the paper, but the 44 player prize bingo for £1,000. Lots of pool tables as usual. Not much. Operations. Bingo to let. An arcade for sale in Bolton. Unit 8, Brownlow Hill Shopping Precinct, Halliwell, Bolton. Long leasehold premises, cheap rent and rates. Fully fitted to high standard, full AWP permit and fully equipped. 30 grand. You could have been a regional manager in the leisure industry for Bass Leisure for 12 grand and a car. There you go. What do you need to do? You'll be responsible for maximising profit contribution to our customers and the company. Responsibilities will include the organisation and control of a number of depots which provide a comprehensive machine service to licensed premises. There you go. For sale, an amusement machine company with tax losses available in excess of 33,000. I think that was in last week, wasn't it? For sale, a leasehold shop in good trading position with planning consent for use as an amusement centre and local authority permit, situated at 310 Neasden Lane, London, 25 grand. Okay. The £1 note may not disappear. Well, that didn't work out very well, did it? The government confirmed on Tuesday last week that plastic £1 notes would not be introduced as an alternative to the paper notes at present in circulation. Blah, blah, blah. Yarmouth Pier scheme promising. Great Yarmouth businessman Mr Francis Holmes, who is behind a rejected £2.5 million redevelopment plan for the resort's Wellington Pier, has predicted the go-ahead for a revised scheme. Last week, the Borough Council decided to throw out his current proposals and to operate the pier themselves next summer. But they have agreed to leave the doors open for Mr Holmes to draw up fresh plans. Mr Holmes said he was very pleased and said it was almost certain now that a scheme would eventually go ahead. He said Mr Holmes had demanded that the council either accept all his plans for the Wellington Pier complex, including the model village, shops, amusement arcades, beach club, water concessions and a casino, or he would pull out of the scheme. Oh, this is good. In a strongly worded letter to the council, he stated, quote, "If you wish to continue in the mode of small-minded, scruffy seafront developments, I wish no part. Now, following rejection of his Victorian-style scheme, he must go back to committee level with detailed plans. Mr Holmes accepted that he would have to revise his plans, but he said, I always felt we were hurrying it to get the scheme off the ground for next summer. Next October is the right time to be taking over and getting on with it. It gives us a more sensible timescale." There you go. Strongly worded letter, no less. I think that's it. And they did have this rather nice big supplement in the World's Fair. It's funny, on the front page it says something about was new full colour supplement for the first page, but it's only actually the cover that's in full colour. Advert on the back for Kentucky Derby, and the centre page, which is just a advert for Disco Bounce and orbiter ride. It's not terribly exciting, unfortunately. It's mostly fairground rides, basically. I didn't spot anything super exciting when I was reading through. It's just a little, you know, like names and addresses of ride manufacturers, etc. And a few adverts. Interesting from a historical point of view, but not much to show you. Right, there we are. That's it for that then. Yeah, there we go. The mouth of the T. So, yes, as I say, for New Year's Eve will start at 9 o'clock or 9:05, whatever I'd set it for. Go through to 1 o'clock or something usually. So an hour later, New Year's Eve. Don't forget to send stuff in. If you do that tomorrow, that'd be great. Or tonight, if you like. But, you know, in good time, then I can get it ready to show you. And I'll send an email out on, not tomorrow, next day. What day is New Year's Eve? Get it right, the 31st, Tuesday. So I'll send an email out Tuesday with the link in for it. Once I've set the video up. Super. And then, as I say, then after, so Thursday, Friday, and the weekend possibly, I'll probably be around at God Manchester most days at some point. So if you're still travelling about on your holidays or whatever, and you've got stuff to pick up or want to drop stuff in for the upcoming auction, then get in touch. I won't be there all the time, but I probably will be in and out most days at some point. So if you want to pop in, get in touch, let me know. Super. Right, that's it. I'm going to finish my tea, and I will catch you all hopefully New Year's Eve.